Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for taking time to watch the video today. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and discuss. Before we dive into today's topics, do me a favor and hit that like button to help this video out and show your support. And if you are new here to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. The first topic we're talking about has to do with the PlayStation Partners Awards for 2021. I saw some people talking about this, and I thought it would be worth going over here for just a moment, mainly to set expectations, because I feel like some people are not entirely familiar with what these awards are. I think that some people came across this and thought that, oh, is this a new PlayStation showcase? Can we expect some announcements? That's not really what this is for. So this is reading from PlayStation Universe, and they say Sony Interactive Entertainment has confirmed on Twitter that the PlayStation Partners Awards 2021 will be held on December 2nd, 2021. For those hoping for a ton of announcements at this event, you better cut your expectations a little. This event is held every year and is usually when we get sales figures for a number of key titles. Don't expect any major game announcements to drop. Not that there's anything wrong with sales figures, of course, but with the big game awards taking place the following week, there's always expectations that Sony may have some reveals up its sleeves around the same time. The article continues by saying, right now, we're not sure if this event will be streamed in English, but regardless, we'll be keeping an eye out on things to report on anything major from the event. In particular, it will be interesting to see how well some PS5 games have performed, and I have to agree with this. If there is something that we can expect to get from this event, I don't know if you can call it an event, but this showcase is exactly what they're saying here. We could get some significant updates on some major PlayStation titles, which would be interesting. And it's always, something that I think PlayStation fans are kind of curious about, how well are some of these games performing? And so, yeah, if there's anything else that comes out of it, obviously, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated here. The next topic in line, though, once again talks about the Game Awards, but this time we have a very interesting tweet coming from Jeff Keighley, the host and creator of the Game Awards, that I think you guys might be interested in. This is reading from Gaming Bolt, and they say the Game Awards 2021 is close, premiering next week and highlighting the very best that the industry had to offer this year. Moreover, it will feature several big announcements and world premieres, with creator Jeff Keighley promising some 40 to 50 games. As it is usually customary, some really good surprises are in store. One such premiere has been in the works for 2.5 years, according to Keighley. In a recent tweet, he said that he just saw the final cut of a Game Awards world premiere we've been working on with the developer for 2.5 years. Truly honored we are entrusted to share this work with the world. Though it seems like a long time ago, Jeff Keighley noted in a follow-up tweet that summer of 2019 was actually his last global tour to visit developers, and he says he always has so much fun visiting studios and hearing about their projects, and that he hopes to do it again in 2022. So what games could have reportedly begun development in 2019? Well, realistically, it's anyone's guess. There are quite a few titles that probably started development in 2019, and there are people making a bunch of guesses. Some people are thinking that maybe it's going to be the Resident Evil 4 remake, which we're going to talk about in a moment, and definitely seems plausible. Some people think it might be the new BioShock game. Some people think it could be a new IP from a major developer. Some people are thinking it could be Hideo Kojima's next project, possibly Silent Hill. That's always going to be a thing, apparently, that we speculate upon. It could be something from Sony. Nobody really knows, but what I find particularly interesting about Jeff Keighley's tweet is the last part where he says, truly honored we are entrusted to share this work with the world. To me, that makes it seem like whatever this is, it's going to be relatively significant. Again, he could just be overhyping it, but, it sounds like one of these announcements that maybe he wasn't even expecting to get. It seems like this is such a big announcement that maybe it being at the Game Awards is not the first place you would have thought to have seen it revealed, but that's just speculation on my part. Obviously, we're just going to have to continue to speculate and, keep up with what Jeff Keighley's saying about the Game Awards until they actually happen. So you guys can let me know what you think about his tweet. Moving on from that, we have a very, very interesting leak regarding Resident Evil 4 Remake. This is something that's been making the rounds, and I think that you guys are going to be interested in this. So this is reading from PlayStation Universe. It says, between near annual releases, leaked publisher roadmaps, and questionable film releases, it's never a dull moment being a fan of Resident Evil. And of course, this weekend is no different. That is because it appears as if the voice actor for Albert Wesker, DC Douglas, has shared concept art from presumably the Separate Ways portion of the not yet officially announced remake of Resident Evil 4, coming via Twitter account Beware Creepy VAs. It's alleged that the voice actor shared the confidential artwork to fans and stressed it to not be shared out of fear that Douglas could be sued. This is, this looks legit. This looks like it's real concept artwork that was absolutely not supposed to be shown. I actually don't, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know that I'm going to have it on screen, but, I'll have the links to everything down below. And it's concept art for Albert Wesker. And at this point, it's starting to seem like maybe a reveal for Resident Evil 4 Remake is imminent, and maybe we could end up seeing this at the Game Awards. It's going to be a big deal. I know that there are people who are like, I'm so tired of remasters and remakes, and I understand that, but Resident Evil 4 Remake in particular is going to be a big one because there are a lot of people who feel like this game absolutely does not need a remake. It's perfectly fine the way it is. And so, there's a lot that could go wrong with that. So at the very least, it will be very interesting to see what this RE4 remake ends up looking like. I also have to wonder if this is one of those titles where Sony would try, because it's obviously a real thing, I wonder if Sony would try to lock down some type of timed exclusivity for a game like Resident Evil 4 Remake, considering how big it's going to be. Nobody knows if that's something that Sony is pursuing, but you never know. So let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. We're moving on to the next topic, which is an update on the quote-unquote big PlayStation remake that we recently found out is apparently going to be Chrono Cross. This might be some disappointing news for Chrono Cross fans. So this is reading from WCCF Tech, and the title says, Chrono Cross is likely getting remade, but it may be a low-budget project. So it says here, Chrono Cross is apparently coming to modern hardware in the future, and there's a good chance that it will not be a simple remaster, according to some new rumors. Speaking on the Reset Era forums, reliable leaker Nate Drake provided some new information on the project, saying that he is fairly certain that it is a remake and not a remaster, not even a remaster in the vein of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. The project, however, may not be a high-budget one, so it sounds like it will be a remake in the vein of the Trials of Mana remake, released last year on PC and consoles. Nate Drake also mentioned that this information may be a little out of date, and he has seen reports that Forever Entertainment is working on Chrono Cross, so the scope of the project may have been changed. I wanted to be sure to update you guys with this. It's still all rumor territory, but this is the latest update we have. First, we heard that there's a big PlayStation remake being announced in December. We learned about this from a musician that worked on the remake. More recently, we learned that apparently this remake is Chrono Cross, and now we're hearing that it is in fact going to be a remake, not a remaster, but not a high-budget remake. So yeah, a lot of people were very excited to hear about this. It seems likely that this is legitimate, and we will see Chrono Cross Remake announced, possibly at the Game Awards or sometime throughout December. And so let me know what you think about this. Are you happy to hear that it's a remake and not a remaster? And what do you think about it apparently being a low-budget project? Does that surprise you? The next topic we're going over briefly has to do with Elden Ring. Apparently, there will be 42, possibly 43 trophies for Elden Ring to unlock. I say 43 because there's always the Platinum Trophy. This was discovered by Mordecai over on Twitter, and they say Elden Ring will have 42 achievements per Steam. If you set ER as your favorite game on Steam and visit your profile, there's a chance this tracker will appear with the number. If you click on it, the page just refreshes, so you can't see the trophy list or anything. I don't know how many people are going to try to get the Platinum Trophy for Elden Ring. I have to imagine a decent amount of people are going to go for it. So in case you're wondering just how many trophies will be there, there's going to be about 43. But moving on to the final topic, I just want to let everybody know that if you are planning to play Dying Light 2 on your PS5, apparently, without the day one patch, it's going to weigh in at 21 gigabytes. This is something that I think a lot of people are going to appreciate because, the PS5, if you're not upgrading your SSD storage, you have limited space. And so the smaller the files, the better, the more games you can keep stored on your hard drive or your SSD without having to make room. And so this was discovered by PlayStation Game Size on Twitter. Again, that's without the day one patch, so we'll have to see how much more is added with that patch. and the preload begins on February 2nd, and the game's launching on February 4th. So just wanted to give you guys that little piece of information, but that's going to do it for this video. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. Leave it a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.